everywhere, man. Wow. Anyway, sorry about the mess, but this is what I want to show you. The STS engine fitted in the Schumacher Swift. Actually, I never imagined it would be such a pain to get this engine to fit. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so here we go. You can see it's all fitted in now, but the issues that I found when fitting this one was, the first thing is the engine crankcase was too big for the engine mounts. Even with the engine mounts stretched far apart, this still, actually the crankcase in this one was still far too wide to fit in the engine mounts. So actually what we had to do some filing. You can see down here is the file. We had to do some filing onto the engine and the engine mounts to get the engine to fit in properly. That was the first thing that I faced. Second thing I faced was the flywheel was simply impossible to fit on to the flywheel cone. Of course you can't use a hammer or anything like that, but anyway, from personal experience I realised that actually that should be fine on there like that if it's tight enough, and actually maybe at a later date it will loosen and we'll just need retightening, but that should be fine just how it is. You can see there is a small gap there between the flywheel and the engine, but actually a few cars I've previously owned have been like that anyway, so it should be fine. Now of course, due to the fact that the engine mounts, even stretched far apart, would not fit the engine, that meant I could not adjust the gear mesh. So we had a very tight gear mesh between the bell gear and the spur gear, so that is still a problem I'm facing actually, but I've managed to loosen it slightly just by adding 3 screws only and not tightening them all the way. That means that of course the engine is leaning forward slightly, and hopefully that should mean that it keeps the gear mesh just slightly looser and not so tight. So that of course meant I had to put some blue Loctite. It's not red Loctite, so it will come undone, but I had to put some blue Loctite on these screws, that one there and also the ones around the other side, in order for them to stay done up enough, which then means that of course next time I'm going to have to keep tightening them up, making sure they stay tight. And also another problem I had was, because this is a bigger engine, the bell gear was rubbing onto the central differential gearbox. So of course then I had to go and get out the junior hacksaw and I had to saw some of the center gearbox away. That was that thing. And then also we had a flywheel problem where the flywheel was touching onto the brake pads. Now because this is a double disc brake central gearbox, I thought, well, why not, let's just get rid of them brake pads. So I had to take the central gearbox out and remove them brake pads. Wow, what a disastrous engine fitting. But hey, here it is, and it looks pretty sweet. And STS engine, I'm not running the actual engine down because of course there's me trying to fit it into a car that is designed for 21 engines only. But anyway, there we go. We did a lot of modding today, but it's working now. Thank you very much, and enjoy the view with the shell on.